Greetings and welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi and welcome to your Soulmate SOULSCOPE. This is going to be for Pisces Decan 3, whose birthdays are from March the 11th through the 20th. And this is going to be for the energy of December 14th through the 31st. Included in this, so you got to watch it all the way through, is going to be your 2021 love prediction. So you got to stay tuned for that. And welcome in all you beautiful humans who are tuning in for the very first time. This is the channel Akashic Record Reading with your soul books. Those soul books, they're merged up with your zodiac signs, how we got to our soul scopes. And so we're going to go right into the reading here. Welcome in, meditate, and let's get it on. All right, so Pisces, my decan threes, we're going to go into the love. I'm hearing right away, you guys are really, really trying to see where the love is. You're looking out at the landscape of life and you're not really feeling appreciated. You've been through a lot this year, and so you're wanting the rally around and the acknowledgement of love. Your love language is twofold. I'd say that you are wanting not just the verbal acknowledgement right now, but you're also wanting people to show up in your life. So that's what we're looking at in the relationship sector. There's going to be some big turn of events, so let's look at them because they're saying that this eclipse is going to have a powerful impact. Man, all of Pisces is dreaming about love, man. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's pull 6 here. Okay. So you are already looking around. You wish it were different. You are looking at the version that you'd like it to be, but you're not seeing it. And so you're wanting to know, this is why I heard this right away, is where is it? And so you're looking and it's not there. And this looking is the observance of what you prefer it to be. This means you need to start setting in an intention. So you've been already kind of living in the new version. There's some parts of you that have changed, and you don't feel like you're being received. People don't see it just yet, only because there's still the part of you that's playing the part. So there's parts of you where you are freely expressing yourself. You feel free and confident in your work, in the decisions that you're making, and also the place where your coworkers and your work atmosphere is now relying on you. You're trusting yourself there. But when it comes to the love sector, you're really not putting yourself out there. And you're starting to become aware of that you are the one doing some of this, but you're wanting everyone else to come towards you. So you are going to have to find balance in how you voice yourself and where within you that you can have the confidence and you put all of your eggs in the basket of career, money, stability, finance, and you're seeing that begin to really be steady, and you're acknowledging as you see it for yourself that, I'm doing something really great, and you're wanting people to return that acknowledgement to you. So, but what you're not doing is actually standing in an intention that you are growing in the relationship. You take a step back. So when you get into the relationship, you're wanting them to be the dominant factor. You're wanting them to take the lead. And now you feel like, well, I'm a little bit more confident. I've released some of my insecurities. I'm, finding my voice a little bit better. But as soon as you get in the home life, in the relationship part, you lose that part of yourself. And they want you to take some time here to really reconsider how you were going about this, because you're wanting them to see something that they can't see and they're not ready to acknowledge, and only because you're stepping back into the old role. You are going to have to trust that the changes that you've made as you're becoming more of yourself are real, and you can be that in the relationship. You don't have to be the role. You don't have to live in the space where you've been boxed in, and you're feeling that and you're seeing that. And you need to bust out of the box now. You need to move past the past. And as you begin to do that, your relationship will draw closer. When you express that vulnerability, so will your partner. When you express the love and the respect that you have for yourself, so will your partner. So they have to see you do this first in order for that to happen. So let's take a look at where this all plays out. This is our Moonology deck. Because when we don't stand fully, completely erect and upright in all of the changes that we've made in every area of our life, those areas, the energy diminishes, and we're not giving the full authority of energy to manifest a different version. And so the energy oscillates. It's not at its highest vibration. So even though you're doing it parts of the time and you're enjoying the love of you, you feel inferior and taken for granted at home in your love life. Yep, we're going to stop right there. They say it is time to take action on this. I already heard this. Powerful changes are coming. When you do that, this is the powerful change, but you're going to have to trust it. And it's going to take that quiet meditation, that deeper contemplation, going in and seeing and acknowledging your own changes and then living in it. And so, yeah, it's coming, but you're going to have to take the action. The first action step is really sitting down inside of yourself and acknowledging who you've become, embracing that place of yourself right now. So doing that creates more trust in you. Then you see how she's leading forward. She's not leading with her head. She's leading with her heart. You have to live in that vulnerable space that you're already living in. Trust it deeper. Go in deeper. Love yourself more, and trust your voice more. And your passions and the relationship will ignite. So that's the powerful change you can expect over this next couple of weeks. You're going to see that rise up. And now we're going to go into the 2021 predictions. All right, Pisces, here we go. Your 2021 predictions. But before we can start, we're going to start with your personal energy. So your personal energy and your soul lesson is so important to shaping your year and better understanding how to move and go into it. So we're going to start with your soul lesson. And your soul lesson is your healing place, what you came to heal. It's part of the energy that you're already currently experiencing. You're about to experience some dynamic changes. Also, what I neglected to tell you was that there is a new moon, solar eclipse on the 14th that is going to be, which your Expect Powerful Changes card was. So you'll see that in the video, or did see it in the video. Watch it again. So those changes, and it's a good time to set intentions, is a new moon. New moon energies typically last 30 days, but with an eclipse, it's 6 months. So you can expect these energies that you're in right now to ride into the new year, especially when an eclipse happens at the end of the year. So now, although this card says envy, I'm going to try to get it nice and close there. It's not framing, but you'll see a picture of the card. in just a moment anyway. So this means being able to, what they're saying, this is in reference to that you are looking at other people. So when we were doing your energy reading, this goes back to that place where this year you are going to have to, all the, when you admire people and you wish you had that quality, these are the qualities that you're seeking to obtain and grow as yourself. So not talking about being envious and jealous of other people in that way, but you look at people when you're observing them and you're daydreaming about who you'd like to be. These are the types of qualities that your soul is wanting to bring out. So you're going to find yourself being challenged to come up to that place where you are just that, yourself. Now, this deck is your soul's strength. How are you going to be able to pull this out of you? This is the place that you've grown probably a little bit more this year. Your voice, your confidence. But what skill do you have inherently to be able to become this? Not just observe, oh, I'm admiring people and I wish I had that. How do you make it your own? How do you make that quality that you're seeing or that you're learning that I should become this? How do you do that? You got the Sage card. So there's already an inner knowing that you should be this way and that it's intended for you to live as this version of yourself. This is the knowing. You're teaching yourself that. And as you're teaching, this becomes a knowing. You can't learn a thing or have knowledge without it turning into wisdom. And that's where Sage is. It becomes wisdom. You are this. And then you can just stand and live as it. And it's a constant redevotion to yourself. And it's okay to change. So now we're going to look at your healing path. And this is the place where you actually, these cards are pretty slick, where you are able to overcome whatever challenges, circumstances, and events that your soul deems as a lesson that you need to be able to acquire what you're admiring. How will you do it? We know with what skill you will use, but how will you do it? So at the beginning of your reading, the energy was about observance, and this is about clarity. And so I'm being able to use that third eye, but this is more about the solar plex, the will of action with clarity with your third eye, seeing it, because you're observing. You've been observing this for a little while, and this is going to carry on into the new year, seeing who you want to become, and then really aligning with it with the solar plex by taking an action on that vision. So you see the eyes there. Yellow is probably going to be a really big theme for you, but this is solar plex, so you'll be taking actual actions. Step into the sunshine of the eternal. This is where your deepest well-being is going to be. And so now we're going to go into the 2021 love predictions. All right, so Pisces, we are here at the predictions 2020. This is love predictions. And if you haven't done so already, you should definitely check out your partners or prospective love interests, soulmate SOULSCOPes, to see not only what their predictions are, but what energies are they going through. So check it out. So we're going right into the love. We've got two different decks here because if money comes up in your energy, we'll do the money cards. We're going to start right off with love. What is happening in your new year? Because we already know some major changes are going to come. Also, these cards would be used for clarity. They're telling me to tell you that because there may be some clarity here. We are going to... and now we're going to take a look at it. All right, so a lot of stuff is going on. We already know some of this is happening now. And should you not change it, because unfortunately sometimes we don't see these videos, so we don't know that we should be changing and healing some things right now. So should you not change some things, because you got quite a bit of stuff happening here. So let's dig in. There's a big... So this goes back to the roles. And this is going to be predominant. Let's start off with the fragmented energy. They already talked about this. Should you not really be able to move into a space of healing, clearing, and mind engineering your thoughts and emotions, the reasons why there's so much fear and insecurity. There could be some heart trauma, previous relationships, or maybe there's some preconditioned learning about the relationship. What they're saying here is that because you're going to spend a lot of time observing, that you're going to be in a back and forth, and sometimes you're going to feel like you need to push things, and then sometimes you're going to take a back seat. You're going to be a little bit all over the map, especially at the beginning of the year. It's going to be really fragmented. That there's no other way for me to say it except for the card that was pulled, because they're showing me the push and the pull and the back and the forth and the fear, and we already know it's there. And you're going to continue in the play it safe role. You're going to try to coast this one out and hope that the relationship will come to you. They're saying that this is time for your healing, and the parts of your intentions that aren't clear, and maybe you're not really aware, which is why these events, circumstances, and your soul lesson is what it is looking and seeing what you admire, because it's not clear to you right now. So right now it's hard to really set an intention, and you're looking at all the places in your relationship and your life that aren't working, as they may start to diminish and decrease, because you're not clear enough to hold on to a frequency that is going to manifest all of what you desire. So you may see So they're telling me that this is not a may or a might or an if or perhaps. They're saying that you will see some diminishing in your life, because you're not able to at this time move into the position of trust, and you are going to have to trust your voice and what you are hearing to be able to escape this part of the version. And some of it's happening now, so this will ride into the new year, because some of this is already there. You don't feel like you're being appreciated, and when we start feeling like there's not enough, we're not holding gratitude for what we already have, and we start catastrophizing that we don't feel like we have enough. So the emptiness and the fear of not having it actually kind of like it takes on an explosion. And so what it looks like is that the bomb has dropped, and then there's this aftermath. And what happens is that we start feeling like no one cares, no one listens, there's no one there. I don't have anyone I can trust. All of these things are statements. So when you don't voice it, and you're voicing all the negative things, and you're seeing it from a diminishing factor, then what happens after the bombs drop, boom, 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 what you see is the result. And as the air clears from the midst of the bomb, you look around and all you see is devastation. You see vacancy, emptiness, loneliness, and where is everybody? And because you're creating it. And so what they're wanting you to do, again, is to take that action. to take that step, to really be able to listen and trust and know the truth of the wisdom that lies within you. This is going to be a big part. So now they're going into optimism. You are going to have to hold on to that. That is going to be super, super, super big. That joy, that trust, that faith, that hope, that optimism. Then when you start clearing and seeing yourself more, you're going to be able to plan your future. Because right now you're looking at the right now in an obscure way from fear and lack. And that lack is going to really, really affect you in a way where you're going to have to say, you know what? All is well. And I'm creating more. And then you're going to have to use that sacral to plan, to ignite the will, to stoke the flames of the heart, to stoke the flames of the inner visioning with your third eye. It's going to take a little bit there. So actually, that's why they told me that we're going to need some clarifying cards. This is going to be a better portion of your year because you've been, well, we are not about to read all them cards, sugar. We have a saying that whatever pops out comes to show out, but however, that's going to be a YouTube exclusive offer reading. That all them cards, that's about 25 cards. That's half the deck. So I'm going to keep shuffling here because in just a moment, abracadabra. See how those cards just jumped up on there like that? Love it when that happens. So, obviously, there is a reading meant for you to have with us because that is a great portion of the deck. Let's see. Those were the last of the cards that pulled out there. So let's see. I'm going to stop right there. We don't trust it. All right. So we know that in the love sector, it's going to take a while for you to come to the place where you can assert yourself as yourself. All right, let's take a look. Well, that's true. That's true. Bam. Bam. All right, so we're looking at trapped in fear. So there is a bit of fear, and it's going to, so definitely go back and review your year's energy, because this is where you're going to have to see these things and stand in your path and use that in wisdom. Pull out that optimism. Use that sacral energy. Stoke those flames, because you're going to feel like this. You're already halfway there now. So if you don't change it with the eclipse, this energy rides 6 months easy by itself. That doesn't include all the retrogrades that are coming, because they're already set. They're already there. So you're going to need optimism, and you're going to have to choose wisely. And if I'm not mistaken, finding balance, maybe that wasn't in this reading. I feel like find balance was in there. You're going to have to choose where you sit your energy very wisely this year. And if the relationship and love and the heart awakening, which is there for you, it's the universe coming in big time. So those unexpected, powerful miracles, you are going to have to stand. They're saying April, May, big changes. Choose your energy wisely. June, July, August. And throughout the year, this is coming back to standing your ground, standing on your focus. So is love coming together for you? This is going to take a minute. We're going to actually go into the prediction of 2021. This is the latter half of the year. They want me to go back and explain this. So we will. Okay, so latter half of the year, because they're saying definitely July, August, you are going to be ready. And then you're going to have to stand your ground. And using the wisdom that you've learned from the first half of the year, there's going to be some setbacks and some delays. Plenty of them. Sorry. And so that's why they're saying choose your energy wisely and what direction you're going to go. You're going to have to really sit down in it, and because there's going to be a lot of planning involved. And this is that. You're going to have to be planning this. And so if love and relationships is really it, you are really going to have to dig deep into the fears and really allow your heart awakening to happen. Because you are going to be gripped in fear of how to have your voice heard. And so standing your ground in optimism. So they're giving you some soul guidance on how to take the steps forward here. And the universe is not only with you, but it's in you. So that sage, you are going to have to rely on that deep knowing and trusting that everything is working out. But you have to see it clearly first, which is why the observing, the third eye, all these things are going to be big for you. Trusting your inner voice, your soul. Some of these are turned over. There we go. All right. So now, this sounds more like, not is my relationship coming together. This is more of a question of, can you have it all? Because they're asking you to choose your direction. Honoring your path, standing your ground. All right, let's take a look. Dang, I just said this. You're going to have to be assertive. You are going to have to let your solar plexus move through with the clarity of your eye. So this is going to be this is going to be the whole theme of your year. This is taking up almost 9 months of your year. So you are going to have to act. You're going to have to constantly go through a little bit, clear some things, heal some things, and then take an action. Trust, build that trust, the momentum of the trust, stoke the flames, take some action. And if you do that in that way, every time something happens, see what it is you need to adjust within you, you will be able to make a clearing directly to your path. So in choosing, if your target is he or she, then let that be. You're going to have to take action. This is all about action. This whole year is going to be about action steps. You've been standing in the background far too long, so it's time for you to stand up. And I'm Demi. I want to thank you for tuning in. If this resonates with you in the love and just in general, I want you to drop some feedback. Drop these emojis into the feedback, into the comments, and let us know. And don't forget to watch your partners, your lover, your, he or she, that person that, gets the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on in their world. And that way you can understand better of how maybe to even approach these changes or the healings that need to happen in the relationship. Also, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love the love, and connect with us. Leave some comments and let us know what resonated with you in the video. Because we want to connect with you, we want to grow with you. We're all growing together. Stay tuned. Come back and see us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'm Demi, signing out.